existence of human civilization. I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning a demon. We should be. AI is a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning a demon. We should be very careful about artificial intelligence. If I would guess at what our biggest existential threat is, it's probably that.
Well, I mean, humans have been the smartest creature on Earth for a long time, and that is going to change with what's typically called artificial general intelligence. So this is, say, an AI that is smarter than a human in every way. Could even simulate a human. So, you know, this is something we should be concerned about. I think there should be government oversight of AI development, especially super advanced AI. It's just, this is anything that is a potential danger to the public. We generally agree that this should have government oversight to ensure that the public safety is taken care of. The advent of artificial general intelligence is called the singularity for a reason, because just like a black hole, which is a singularity, it's difficult to predict what will happen. So it's not as though the advent of AGI is necessarily bad, but it's bad as one of the possible outcomes. We should have a government oversight, just like we have government oversight and regulation of cars and aircraft and food and pharmaceuticals. These are all, there are regulators that oversee these developments to ensure public safety. And I think digital superintelligence would also be potentially a public safety risk. And so it's very important for regulators to keep an eye on that.
You know, I have exposure to the very most cutting edge AI. And I think people should be really concerned about it. I keep sounding the alarm bell, but until people see like robots going down the street killing people, like, they don't know how to react, because it seems so ethereal. I think we should be really concerned about AI, and I think we should. AI is a rare case where I think we need to be proactive in regulation instead of reactive. Because I think by the time we're reactive in AI regulation, it's too late. AI is a fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. In a way that car accidents, airplane crashes, faulty drugs, or bad food were not. They were harmful to a set of individuals within society, of course, but they were not harmful to society as a whole. So we need to be very careful with artificial intelligence. I'm increasingly inclined to think that there should be some regulatory oversight at the national and international level, just to make sure that we don't do something very foolish. With artificial intelligence, we're summoning a demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Doesn't work out.
I think we're missing a few key ideas for artificial general intelligence. But it's going to be upon us very quickly, and we'll need to figure out what shall we do if we even have that choice. But it's amazing how people can't differentiate between, say, the narrow AI that allows a car to figure out where the lane line is and navigate streets versus general intelligence. Like, these are just very different things. Like, your toaster and your computer are both machines, but one is much more sophisticated than another.
Do you think we'll ever create an AI system that we can love and loves us back in a deep, meaningful way, like in the movie Her?
I think AI will be capable of convincing you to fall in love with it very well.
And it's different than us humans?
We're getting into a metaphysical question of, like, do emotions and thoughts exist in a different realm than the physical? And maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. But from a physics standpoint, I tend to think of things, like physics physics was my main sort of training, and from a physics standpoint, essentially, if it loves you in a way that you can't tell whether it's real or not, it is real.
The biggest issue I see with so-called AI experts is that they think they know more than they do. And they think they're smarter than they actually are. This tends to plague smart people. They just can't, they define themselves by their intelligence, and they don't like the idea that a machine can be way smarter than one, so they discount the idea, which is fundamentally flawed. This is the wishful thinking situation. I'm really quite close to, very close to the cutting edge in AI, and it scares the hell out of me. It's capable of vastly more than almost anyone knows, and the rate of improvement is exponential. I'm not normally an advocate of regulation and oversight. I mean, I think one should generally err on the side of minimizing those things. But this is a case where you have a very serious danger to the public. And therefore, there needs to be a public body that...
A very strange day is coming